Hey everybody, welcome back. We've had some wild and woolly runs so far. Let's randomize again, shall we? This is Tainted Isaac to Ultra Greed. No, like that? Hold on, let me go into the options. I don't care about Tainted Isaac. That doesn't bother me. But what will we allow here? Blue Baby, which I'm realizing was what we should have done on that one run instead of the Lamb. Anyway. Blue Baby, the Lamb, Mega Satan. Ultra Greed, no. Delirium, sure, why not? Uber Mom, sure. The Beast, sure. Allow timed objectives? Let's say yes. And it says there, you know what, let's make it a 30% chance that one of those shows up. However, just not Ultra Greed is all I want to see. Okay, that's fine. Save. Done. Okay, re-roll. Lilith to Blue Baby. Wow, it's a simple one. It's an easy one. It's an attempt at least. Let's give it a try. I haven't played as Lilith in forever, mostly because, you know, she's pretty easy. Wait, no, it's Tainted Lilith, even better. That's what I meant. I keep forgetting who's the real version of the character and who's the tainted version. Not that one is any more or less real. Anyway. This, honestly, Tainted Lilith might be one of my favorite characters in the game. Is this really, it's just Tainted Lilith to the chest? My god. This is, except for the fact that it's a character that didn't exist 6 months ago, this is like a classic run here. Look at that. Yum, yum. Fruit salad, yum, yum. I can't make that joke. That's stolen valor, okay? I was not of the age to be in the right cohort to be contemporaneous with the New Zealand children's band The Wiggles. I was more in the Raffi was pretty big when I was a kid. Baby beluga in the deep blue sea lives so wild and she lives so free. I can't remember much of the lyrics. It was my favorite song. Maybe still is to this day. My weirdest Raffi flex is that I absolutely owned Banana Phone, the album, on CD, not on vinyl. I mean, come on. Well, this is the tape era. But I owned Banana Phone, the album, before it became a meme. I bought it, well, it had it bought for me, let's be honest, when I was like 7, because I just loved Raffi, man. And then, like, you know, years later, finding out that Banana Phone, they're, you know, boop 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 boop, everyone was like making fun of it. I thought they were like, hey, Ryan, here's the aux chord. Play some of that sick Raffi music. Turns out, in hindsight, they were all just making fun of it. It's pretty messed up. I think Raffi's a Vancouverite too. Maybe like from Vancouver Island. I don't know, but I'm always hoping I'll see him around someday. I don't have too many, like, you know, famous Vancouverite stories. I'm trying to think. There was one time after Kate and I saw Black Panther, we were walking around downtown, and former Vancouver Canucks defenseman Ben Hutton was walking, and it was with another Canucks player. I don't remember who it was, though. And if you're like, who's that? You know, Ben Hutton, he was not a great player for us, and he definitely had the misfortune of playing on some bad teams. So, I you know, it's not like I saw Elias Pettersson, and you were like, what the heck? How do you know, why didn't you say hi? I hit him with a nod. I saw Dan Behar walking one time. That was only like a few months ago. Who is that? He's also known as the independent musician known as Destroyer. Which really, you'd think that based on the name, it would be, you know, like some heavy metal or something like that. But it's really just like erudite, genre hopping, you know, indie auteur stuff, which is, you know, right up my alley, because I'm as pretentious as it is, to be honest. No disrespect. And I think that's it. I don't know if there's ever... I saw our former mayor one time. I was getting a stew at a Vancouver stew chain. and the mayor was just hanging out. He was being, like, harangued by somebody outside of the Marine building, which is a notable architectural landmark here. And I was just like, I don't have anything to... What am I don't like the idea of going up to a politician and being like, hey, I recognize you, let's take a photo. Like, I think if you see J.K. Simmons on the street or something like that, there's no problem, or a YouTuber for that matter, there's no problem going up and being like, hey, I saw you in Whiplash, I think you're freaking sick. And he would, like, give you... I feel like he would crush your hand with a handshake, and I would be like, that's what I want. Like, that would be part of the reason I would have gone up to him in the first place. Forget that, man. Forget that. Not yet. Not yet. But a politician, I kind of, I resist the notion. Because I don't think that we should be treating them like celebrities to begin with. They're public servants. I don't think it should be, you know, like, well, yeah, I mean, there's maybe an ex-politician, I don't know, might consider it. Like, if I saw Jimmy Carter or something like that, I might go up to him and be like, what's up? Then he would presumably still have Secret Service detail, and I would be taken away in cuffs. But how sick would it be if you saw 94-year-old Jimmy Carter, like, just chilling, which I'm sure he does a lot. I mean, what else is he doing? Running Habitat for Humanity? Oh, yes? Okay. Let's go angel deals, man. We don't have a lot of HP to leverage here. HP is a little bit more precious right now. Let's do some angel deals. How sick would it be if you saw him and you said, what's up? And he was like, I love that commercial. What's up? I have no idea, I'm realizing, what Jimmy Carter sounds like. I adopted and affected a southern drawl, because I believe he is from Georgia originally. But I'm making a lot of assumptions with this, okay? I'll be the first to tell you. It might not, you know, strictly speaking, be rooted in reality. Anyway, I'm doing well. It's a Tuesday. I had a great night's sleep last night. Slept like a baby. What's the deal with saying you slept like a baby? Aren't babies renowned for sleeping badly? Not this one. She's pretty good, honestly. She's a pretty good sleeper. And I'm feeling energized today, you know? I'm feeling pretty good. I will say, last night... Look, I'm just gonna be honest about this situation. Oh, I didn't think we could get it out there. I've been cooking a lot, and it's somewhere between a chore and a hobby, right? We used to have a bunch of we used to get HelloFresh, which is a service that delivers recipe cards and the ingredients required for those recipes. And it annoyed me. It was convenient sometimes, but not enough to justify its existence, and also the semi-exorbitant price point that it comes with, especially when I'm already going to the grocery store, like, you know, once daily anyway, because I just need to get a real hobby, but also it's kind of hard when you got a 10-month-old infant. You know, your hobby selection is more limited. No angel deal. It will come, and then this run's gonna pop, okay? So I stopped doing that. By the way, I had a little tweet percolating in my head the other day, because I can see when my neighbors have packages and stuff like that. I said, no matter what's going on in your life right now, you can at least take some solace in the fact that, unlike my neighbors, you don't leave your HelloFresh order out on your patio for 3 days before you take it in. There's like, I mean, there's vegetables in there. There's also like meats in there sometimes, which is, you can't be leaving that stuff in a cardboard box outside for like 3 days. But every week I see people do it. I don't know what goes on there. Reroll the whole run. Can I tell you? Let's try this first. I figured we had 5 cents. Why not? Why not reroll this whole run? We've got almost nothing. I think we got a drastic downgrade in almost every category except for HP. I don't know how my speed went down. Seems like our rate of fire is better too. Because all I had was one speed upgrade. Maybe Lilith starts with a I thought I placed a bomb. Maybe Lilith starts with 0.85 speed? I don't know. Anyway. I kind of want it, man, because I feel like it would double our whatever this thing is called. You know what I'm talking about. What is this? That thing? I want to say Geralt. I don't think it's Geralt of Rivia, but I want to say that it is. Regardless, so I've been cooking more recently. Like, you know, maybe we'll order in a couple of times a week, and I'll cook the other 5 nights. But I gotta hit you with something that I think you might disagree with. Homemade pizza is a scam, man. So I've tried numerous ways. I have purchased pre-made pizza shells at the grocery store. It's like a pre-baked crust that you just dress and then, you know, bake or broil with the toppings that you so choose. This is a new thing for me. Hold on. Hold on. Vanishing twin. What the heck is this? Okay, hold on. I love the idea now of actually looking up what these items do. What the heck is Vanishing Twin? A fetus familiar follows Isaac, and upon entering the boss room, it will transform into a copy of the boss. This makes the boss a lot harder, but you get 2 copies of the... You get 2 items! What the heck? Scary, but also kind of lit. That's how I felt about Midsummer as well. The movie, not the Swedish festival, because I've never been invited to one. Anyway, what was I talking? Oh, yeah, cooking pizza. What I've been doing more recently is, you know, a couple times a month, I'll go to one of the grocery stores that has, like, pizza dough. They make the dough themselves, and then when you get home, you just kind of, like, work it and roll it out into a circle. Here's what I'm going to say, okay? Is the pizza dough better? Yes. Not even close. Fresh baked, any bread product is always going to taste better than like one that's been sitting, you know, baked at an industrial kitchen and then flash frozen and shipped to grocery stores across the world. It's always going to taste better coming fresh out of the oven. But that's not the only base case you have to compare this pizza to, okay? You also got to compare it to just buying a pizza and getting it delivered. So, you know what, dude? I'm freaking loco. Let's see what's going on. I don't know how this is going to work. I'm going to assume it essentially changes very little. Anyway, ordering a pizza is one of the cheapest delivery foods. It usually arrives, I would say, within, you know, half an hour of you ordering it, depending on maybe the convenience factor of where you live. And you can choose your toppings, but maybe not to the same extent that you could choose them if you were making your own at home. I think that it's a little bit like when the dough was like $4. The shredded cheese was maybe like another $5 on top of it. Then I added some pesto. The jar of pesto was like $5.99. I used half the jar. I will admit, I bouged it up a little bit. I added some prosciutto. Oh, hey! Come on, you gotta flex a little bit. It was a Monday night, you know? Keep morale high. And that was a little bit more expensive for sure. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm not really sure that it saved me any money versus just getting a delivered pizza. And it definitely didn't save me any time, because just working that dough out took like, you know, 10, 12 minutes, and then you gotta, you know, cook it. The cooking is literally completely passive, so I'm not complaining. I'm just, you know, merely saying that I don't think that it's actually any faster. And then on top of that, I didn't roll the dough out enough, so the thing was like, you know, 2 inches thick and, you know, kind of raw in the middle. That one's on me completely, but at the same time, please, not an impossible... Oh, son of a... Oh, jeez Louise, man. He's going off. Actually, this is not that bad at all. Yet. Double boss items is incredible. I'm just also hoping you find it within your heart to not compromise my deal with the devil. Oh, let's go! Or deal with the angel, I should say. Okay, great item. Dude, this is such a cool item, but also very scary. Can I tell you, I'm realizing now, do you think this is gonna double like Isaac and Blue Baby? It must, right? This is an interesting room for us, for sure. Very nice. Let's see if we get a spacebar item over here first. I'm so happy we have a lot of keys. Okay, that one's done. Fair enough. You love to see it. We might pop Temperance in this room, too. Okay. I just... If I'm annoyed by anything, which is debatable to begin with, I'm just like, you know... Our angel item itself is not that good. I appreciate the luck upgrade here. This is a little delirium. He does something. He's chilling. He's a random familiar. We got some good items from the boss though. Did we really get Pentagram and the Cat o' Nine Tails? Like that's kind of an unbelievable payout, to be straight up with you. Okay, great money now. I mean this floor changed a lot, man. I think we'll head down to the next floor. We gotta build a little bit more HP because I'm scared of what Vanishing Twin means, like when we fight Mom, for example. But hey, being able to take Polaroid, because we have to go to Blue Baby, according to our streak randomizer here. But also the negative for a damage upgrade, assuming that's how that works, would be cool. Anyway, so here's my treatise, okay? That's not how you use that word as well. I think that some foods taste better at the restaurant, you know? I'd really trust the restaurant's beef Wellington over my own. Some foods taste better at home. I think pizza, it might be, for me, it might be a restaurant food. Although I will say, there is one thing I want to add. It's got to be one of the most fun foods to make. Like, you know, I'm not going to get the baby involved in the pizza making right out of the gates here. I mean, she is merely 10 months old. You got to have some forearm strength to start rolling out that dough to begin with. But, plus, I don't know, what would she even put on the pizza? Like, her main dietary component right now is like breast milk and mangoes. That doesn't sound like... I mean, I live in a hipster food city. I do not want to consume a breast milk and mango flavored pizza. It's more because it's because I'm not much of a dessert guy. That sounds like more of a dessert treat. I'm more into the savory stuff. You think? Hold on. No, there's no way. Come on. Use your brain. Scary. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, it is one of the most fun foods to make. This is incredible. The Stars card. One of the most noteworthy cards to learn. It purges the oldest item you have and gives you 2 items from the pool of the room in which you use it. I'm going to waste the bomb, even though we've already opened this up for convenience. And I'm going to purge Spelunker's hat. Get Odd Mushroom, which is a bit of a speed downgrade. And the Eternal D6. But the Eternal D6 is fantastic. 0.65 speed is bad. That also sucks. Is bad enough to be noteworthy. I'm hoping that maybe we'll hit an early shop or something, and that'll make it all right. Early-ish, I suppose. Little Brim. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Will we use it on purpose? I don't know. We are doing a lot of tap firing, but it's a great way to take out rooms that have a lot of enemies that are weak and just chilling in the center. We can always start with the Little Brim charge, you know. There is that. You know, we've been blessed with a very interesting run. I mean that in all senses of the word. It is difficult. We have low HP. Not as much, you know, killing power as you might expect. But a lot of potential, right? And we've had a lot of agency over the run, which is something you don't always get, you know? As one of my main complaints about Afterbirth Plus is that, you know, in hindsight at least, in a lot of situations, you were basically just like, you know, what you get is what you get. You're beholden to either the charitable aspect of the game, or if the game feels like being a jerk, then, you know, you're just stuck with almost nothing. But you get whatever you get, right? Whereas in Repentance, I'm like, I feel like we get a lot more options to have our own influence. Birthright double Geralts. Let me see if Birthright does anything. Birthright as Tainted Lilith, not yet implemented. Again, just kind of just want to say, like, if you're starved for ideas, how about you get 2 familiars? How about your existing familiar gets double rate of fire? How about the existing familiar gets double damage? How about the existing familiar gets homing shots? How about the existing familiar, you know, but gets a tier effect, like a cool tier effect, like Holy Light or something like that, or, you know, Sacred Heart. I mean, it would be strong, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying, if you're starved for options... Hey, this is just a room on the chest, man. This is a bit spooky. Oh, we got one, dude! Bob's brain. I saw Bobby's brain. Bobby's brain. Owens. I need a speed upgrade, unfortunately. I wish we didn't. A range upgrade. Wow, you shouldn't have. Like, literally. Down to the next floor, though. Still feeling okay. At least it didn't give us 0, which is definitely possible with the Eternal D6. Magician. Hey, there you go. There's homing shots. What are you complaining about? It's homing shots for 1 room. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. But I think, like, I'm happy to, like, I'm not one of those guys. I see him on YouTube and Twitch now and then. And it's to each their own, by the way. That's a great item. I'm not trying to rag on anybody, but I'm not a super, like, aggressively positive guy, if that makes sense. I'm nice, you know, and empathetic, especially in my real life. And, you know, I get that sounds like a... you know, something that a sociopath would probably say, but it's true, you know. You know, when I watch movie trailers, there are times where I'm like, I don't want to see this movie because I think it's going to make me sad. But then I'm like, but that's why you got to see it, to flex that sad muscle, man. To, you know, you got to train that. You got to stay empathetic and not be afraid of your own emotions. I'll take 2 luck ups here, yeah. But that being said, whenever I see somebody that's like on Twitch or YouTube, they're like, I'm, you know, the master of positivity. Maybe this is not fair. But when somebody aggressively tries to keep everything in their lives only good vibes only, I'm like, what happened? Not like, oh, you screwed up somewhere down the line, but I'm like, did you serve time in prison and now this is like a radical philosophical change or something? Like, you gotta do what you gotta do, don't get me wrong, but... And maybe this says something about me, but my first hunch is like you were involved in like, you know, like a criminal gang or something like that, and then you got out, which good for you. And now your thing is like, I never want to experience a negative emotion again. Which is, again, I'm not sure if it's a noble aim, but I understand. That being said, I feel like I'm sliding into this position where I'm like the guy who plays well, one of the people who plays Repentance, I'm sure, because I'm not familiar with all of them. But I'm one of the people who plays Repentance that gets a chance to really show off the systems I like about it instead of just, you know, complaining about 6 or 7 items that I wouldn't have nerfed being nerfed. And I'm stoked because it's I really do think they did a great job on the game, and I think this is where you're gonna see it shine. You know, it's not gonna be... Oh, Vanishing Twin doesn't work here. That's probably for the best. It's not gonna be when you're trying to, you know, day 7 of trying to finish off Jacob and Esau's post-it note. It's going to be when you get everything unlocked, you get to play to a larger extent on your own terms, and then experiment with all these cool items that they added, right? We have to peep the deal with the devil. It's funny because the creature holds the knife, which is hilarious. I think we owe it to ourselves to look at it then. And we'll try, it's not good enough in my world. And then we have to take this because we're going down to the chest. Look at that. Oh, they do be holding the knife, man. Okay. Like, there's so many cool items and cards and even like rooms and gambling machines and stuff like that that give you... I'm stupid, but I was willing to pay the cost here. Let's put it that way. That give you the opportunity to have some influence on your own game. Not just like a Tainted Stars card, but, you know, a Tainted World card giving you maybe a crawl space or something like that. Tainted Lovers card giving you Magic Skin. Magic Skin existing in the first place. Death Certificate. Genesis, you know? There's so many mechanics in this game, especially in Repentance itself, that I feel like, you know, you're more of an artist now when you play the game. You want to play zany? They added some stuff that's too zany, for me anyway, the Tainted Eden character. But, like, you can really... It used to be like, hey, you know, you could re-roll your run or not re-roll your run. And now it's like, you know, don't stop till you're numb. They added all sorts of neat stuff here, man. I'm having a great time. I mean, even an item like Vanishing Twin, that's so cool. A little dangerous as well, but that's part of the fun. I'm not just saying all this golden Child's Heart. Hold on. Let's see. Let's learn something, man. Child's Heart gives Isaac a higher chance to find hearts from drops after clearing a room and opening chests. May I also say, golden means like double the effect, I think. So we really, I mean, this is another thing they added. We shouldn't struggle for HP here. That being said, we only have 2 red heart containers. So I think it's more, this is like a survival play. I would give it up for a trinket that's twice as useful despite not being golden probably, but we don't have that luxury right now. But yeah, anyway, you know. Surprise, surprise, streamer compliments game that, you know, makes up a large part of his bottom line. Who would have thought? Double Skolex, huh? I think if you can kill that, now we got a chance to get into the margins here. Much easier dodge chance for us. Absolutely beautiful. I think we could reroll both, quite frankly. We'll probably lose one or both. We didn't. Toothpicks is nice. We're probably capped on tiers, but, you know, what are you going to do? And then Old Bandage is an HP upgrade that also gives us a chance to generate more HP. Let me just check my... it's past 9 a.m. you start to get these push notifications. Kate has linked me to a video from the Tokyo Olympics of a bunch of swimmers vomiting after swimming in the water. So I talked about it a little bit on stream. But I got nothing against the Olympics. I like the Winter Olympics more than the Summer Olympics because I'm from, you know, a country that does better in the Winter Olympics typically than the Summer Olympics. Sometimes we do okay in the Summer Olympics in Canada, but... And also, being raised in that country means I've, you know, watched more winter sports growing up, and as a result, you know what I'm looking at when I watch them, whereas when I watch running, I'm just like, dang, you know, they're fast. Either way, I've now seen 3 clips from the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. I just think it's funny. One of them is the skateboarder just absolutely impaling his testicles on the railing. That was funny. I mean, you know, I hope he's doing okay. But the other one was the start of the men's triathlon, where the boat that like fired the starting gun didn't get out of the way, and as a result, any of the athletes that were near the boat were unable to start, and they had to restart the entire race. And then now, swimmers throwing up after swimming in the water, which is... Look, I'm sure there's been some inspiring moments as well, but there's also some humorous ones, without a doubt. I don't know, by the way, why Gello stays out at all times now. Not that I'm complaining. Maybe it's related to the knife. I don't know. You think you're going to double up Mom's heart on me here? Nope. I bet they will double up Isaac, though. Like, Mom's heart is... And Mom are, like, special room-sized bosses. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if the doubling just makes it so you go from taking, like, you know, little damage to taking a staggering amount. And I don't really want to fight Hush on this one. Just, I think our HP makes it a little bit scary. But I bet... Like, I don't see a reason why you couldn't fight Isaac or Blue Baby doubled. But we'll see. Either way, Vanishing Twin, really cool item. Feels weird to have a Repentance run that's not an hour and a half long. Like, this one will probably clock in at, like, 35 minutes? Maybe 37 and a half. We'll see. But, I mean, we did get Mom's knife. We weren't that strong. Can I at least say that in my own defense? Like, at no point in this run were we of staggering strength until we got, like, Mom's knife. Like, our full run reroll was on the Caves 2 or something like that, and we were not doing that well. We were surviving, and, you know, Tainted Lilith is just kind of a beast in her own right, but we weren't exactly, like, setting any records for strength or anything like that. Now, on the other hand, like, we're cruising. You know what? Part of it is just that, like, Mysterious Liquid is just one of the most underrated items in the game. Being able... I mean, Mom's knife means that any enemy is gonna get destroyed. Just get eaten up, but, in particular, any enemy that stands on the ground, like, is toasted. We're okay. Yeah, we should struggle 0. Okay, Vanishing Twin does not create a second Isaac, which is doubtlessly good for me. It's definitely for the best. You see how much damage we're doing when we actually use the knife as well, instead of merely constantly shooting Gello out there? I mean, it's still doing a lot of damage when we do that, but... God, where did I come up with the name? I thought it was Geralt. It popped into my subconscious. Oh. That's, again, another indication a speed upgrade would be of some value here. Whoa. Okay. It's not bad. I don't know. That's a gimme, whether or not it works. I think we'll re-roll everything else. And again, I was gonna say we're probably gonna lose some, but never mind. Yeah, we shouldn't have even taken static tears, honestly. I'm expecting... Man, how long has it been? Not that long, I'm sure, but it feels so weird to just, like, be on the chest. It's like, it's like the easiest run you could ever ask for. We have 4 luck. We should be getting a ton of, like, item drops here as well. We got the D6 to... Well, the Eternal D6. But, hey, you know what? The Eternal D6 is not backfired on us yet. Maybe the Eternal D6 has some luck aspect to it. You know, there's a lot of stuff to remember in this game. I'm trying to become a student of it, because all these mechanics are, you know, opportunities to get better. I never thought I'd say that. Eternal D6. The chance associated with this item does not scale with your luck stat. Okay, like, literally in all caps. And, by the way, when I said literally, what I meant is not literally... in my head, in all caps, but... Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I don't know what we're gonna do with the strength card. I don't know if I've ever seen this room before. And there it goes. I will also say, at the risk of coming across as like, now... I hate when you're like, I'm gonna do it. I hate when someone's, like, about to, like, succeed in something, and then they start talking about, like, oh, it was close. But all I'm gonna say is that I think it's cool and a positive sign for the difficulty of the game that we're on a run that's really, really strong, but we still only have, like, adequate HP. Like, if we had 2 less HP, we would probably be in a, like, pretty dangerous spot, right? Or we would at least be thinking that there was a realistic chance things could go wrong. So I think that this is a very positive sign for the difficulty, that even when a run is won, you know, it can be won in such a way that doesn't necessarily, like, guarantee that it's going to be an automatic, like, just turn your brain off type victory. Like, I'm still giving it my all here. I'm still dodging. I'm still hip. I'm still with it. We got to kill... Yeah, let's go. We had to try to kill Gluttony last, at least. Vanishing Twin? No, it's still there. Okay, I don't know. I thought you know what it was? Like, our little delirium or whatever it's called disappeared for a second there. Okay, really fun run. I had a great time. I hope you did as well. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. We're on a cool 3 streak with some fun runs in the middle. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. I'm Radio. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Apart from that, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. See ya!